right, everybody, I'm here with the beautiful and talented Miss Chloë Moretz in Seoul, South Korea. Chloë, welcome to Korea.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for joining us. How was your flight over?
It was great. It was smooth, seamless. So.
All right. What did you do on your flight? Just get some sleep, or?
Yeah, I got some sleep. I watched a few movies. Nothing too crazy. Kind of a typical flying experience.
Good.
Yeah.
So this is your second time in Korea.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to, or you're really excited about this time around?
I'm excited for Korean barbecue night, which is going to be kind of touristy but fun.
Good.
I'm excited to just see more of the city than I saw last time. You know?
What did you do last time you were here?
I was honestly just here for like 24 hours for this event I was coming to, and so I really didn't do anything other than see my hotel room.
All right.
So on this one, I actually want to go around the city. So.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get you to do a lot of that this time around.
Hopefully.
So you debuted in 2004. And you were 7 years old, a very, very young age, but Koreans love you for all your roles in Kick-Ass, 500 Days of Summer, Let Me In, Hugo, Dark Shadow, Amityville Horror. Those were the most popular movies that the Korean fans were tweeting us about. So we want to know, what are some of the favorite movies that you worked on, your personal favorites?
I'd say probably as a learning experience, Hugo was a very big learning experience for me, working with Martin Scorsese. I think that was a really special time.
What was the biggest takeaway from that?
Honestly, just I think I had a newfound love of cinema and how timeless it is, and kind of the impact that movie making has on people, even back when it very first started with our the pioneers of cinema. And I think I just kind of I found a new appreciation for it at a young age. I mean, I was only 13 years old.
Yeah.
So it was very eye-opening for me.
Awesome, great. Any others that are just favorites for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kick-Ass was a very fun one. I was 11 and got to run around with swords and jump and do all the action, which was very exciting. And
it was awesome. I personally really enjoyed that movie.
Thank you.
All right, and this year you finally became an adult, a legal adult in the States. You're 18. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
What did you do? What was the first thing you did as a legal adult?
I think the craziest thing I did as a legal adult is I went to a casino.
Oh!
I don't condone gambling.
Okay.
Just to put that out
Not
there.
a proponent, but you went. You gotta go.
But I had to go. I had to play blackjack for the first time. And I sat down. And the first 3 hands I dealt were blackjack.
Really?
Yeah. So pretty good luck. And I was like, I'm killing it. And then I plummeted.
And then you got a little.
I was like busting out. And I learned a lesson to leave while I'm up. So. Or to just not gamble at all, which is a better lesson.
Good lessons. Good lessons. Good takeaways.
Yeah.
Anything that you haven't done yet that you're really hoping to do?
I don't know. I mean, I guess. Gosh, I don't know. Driving my car alone. I haven't done that yet. But that's something that 16-year-olds can do.
Yeah.
I just have waited a while.
Any particular reason for that, or just?
I just had brothers who would drive me, so I
right.
just chose them over getting my own license.
Good.
It felt like too much work sitting at the DMV.
That is very true.
Yes.
I've been. It's a long process.
Oh yeah, I sat for 5 hours to get my driver's test.
5 hours. Did you pass on the first time?
Yeah.
First try?
I literally. It's a minimum. The maximum amount of things you can miss on like a 36-page, a 36 questionnaire thing is 6 questions, and I missed all 6. And I made it by like
the hairs,
literally like the skin on my teeth. Like it was literally. I'm very lucky.
Well, you got it, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Safe driving.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you've done a ton of movies till now, a lot of TV, a lot of movies. Anything that you really want to do in the future? A particular role? Or?
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff in the future that I want to try. I mean, I think that part of being an actor is always learning by what project you do, and I think that if you're doing a project that you don't learn something new about yourself as a person on, you're not doing a good job and you're not acting. So I think that no matter what it is, I hopefully will always be learning something and having a new kind of concept and idea of things. So.
All right. Well, speaking of that, how do you choose your projects? How do you choose which movies and scripts to go for?
Mainly, I mean, you know, I have my mom and brother read everything, and pre-read everything, and they kind of weed all the bad stuff out from the good stuff because they're kind of my subconscious. And then, you know, I kind of give it all to them.
Yeah.
And then they bring everything to me, and I really just choose on you know, directors and obviously other actors in the movie come into it. But mainly for me, it's reading the script and whether or not I feel closely enough related to the characters to want to go and portray them and give my life to them for, you know, 8 weeks to 6 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really a very intense process, and I think that you have to really truly love your character. Otherwise, you're going to be very miserable for that
a while.
period of time.
Yeah.
And the thing that I learned at a young age, I guess, was that, you know, what you put on film is something that is timeless and that will always be there even when I die.
Yeah.
So I want to make what I put into movies and what I put on film, I want to make it something I'm proud of, that no matter what, no matter who watches it, whenever, in 30 years, 40 years, now, tomorrow, I want it to mean something.
All right.
And to be worth something.
Very, very wise words.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I know you say you passed on a couple, but were there any characters or movies that you passed on that in retrospect you're like, maybe I should have just done it. I wish I had done that one.
I've gotten really lucky in a lot of ways. I mean, there's been roles that I've been like, I need this role. Without this role, I won't survive, and then I don't get it. And it's always turned out for the betterment.
Yeah?
Like, always. I've been incredibly blessed that, like, I've been saved from myself sometimes. And there's roles that I was too invested in that if I had done, it would have hurt my career in the long run. So I've actually, you know, it sounds crazy, but you know, there hasn't been a role that like I've truly looked back on and gone, man, if I had done that, something would have changed for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
really good.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah, hopefully. Only the good for the future.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, so a lot of fans were asking, any desire or any plans to be shooting a romantic comedy? I think a lot of your fans would love to see you in something very lovely and in love. And
I mean, I did, you know, and If I Stay was sad.
I watched it.
But there was
it
a
was
lot
really
of
sad.
romance.
There was.
There was some beautiful romance. You know, I have a couple projects coming up that, you know, as I get older, I'm, you know, slowly getting more into the romantic zone and feeling out, you know, I think what it is for me is, you know, I just don't want to make anything that feels untrue. You know what I mean? I only want to make projects that really portray love and romance and relationships in a true, positive, realistic light. Yeah. You know, and so many of them are so fluffy, which is fun, very fun. But I would love always to make a movie that means something too. You know what I mean? So I just have to find the right project for me. You know, and it takes time.
Of course.
Eventually, though. I'm 18, so
yeah, you're young.
I have some time.
So much time. But let's say this then. Any particular actors that you would really like to work with in the future?
I mean, there's so many. Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Gosling. I mean, Brad Pitt, of course. No, I mean, there's so many people I could talk about. Michael Fassbender. Oh yeah. Those are the actors. I mean, actresses. I mean, the list goes on and on. Natalie Portman, Emily Blunt. You know, Meryl Streep. I'd love to work with Julianne Moore again. She's like my favorite. Gosh, I don't know. There's so many people I would love to work with in my time. And I think I will. You know, hopefully I'll have the chances.
I'll look forward to those films. Yeah. So these are some questions from your fans. Okay. One of your fans said that you really wanted to study film in college, and they're wondering if that's still a goal of yours, an aspiration of yours, and if you would ever see yourself as a director for a movie. Yeah, you know, I think college is an interesting thing because I do at some point, I would love to go to college at some point just to do whatever I feel like doing at that point in time, you know what I mean? I really was kind of dead set on going to college to check out abnormal psychology at one point. Oh. And then I changed that to cinematography and filmmaking. All right. And then now I'm kind of at a point where it's like, I could go away for 4 years and I could go to school, or I could take the amazing opportunity that's already in my hands and I could look at the directors that I'm working with, you know, the Tim Burtons, the Martin Scorseses, and the cinematographers like Bob Richardson,
and all the amazing cinematographers I've worked with, and I could just shadow them and follow everything that they're doing on set and kind of have a full hands-on approach to it. And on top of what I could learn in a school, I could learn it literally firsthand on set making a movie that I'm in. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now and kind of wanting to do, you know, pretty much a live seminar every day with these people. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay. But, you know, I love film, I love cinema, and at some point I definitely do think I will go to college and take certain classes, whether it's art history, abnormal psychology, or film history, or whatever it is.
Very broad array of interests that you have, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of interests, anything that you're really into these days, that you're kind of, your latest obsession? Any causes or even fashion or anything like that?
Lord, I mean, I feel like I'm not as socially, at least social